And we're live with some new year, new me, hopefully new you energy. What's up, everybody? I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger god, first child god. Hey, I posted this, dude. You guys gotta try this. Milo's makes the best sweet tea, but Milo's makes a juice, and the juice is good, bro. It's Jesus juice. Really? I don't like fruit juice because it's too fruity. This one is good. I am your messenger god, first child of God, the Lilith reincarnated. I found there's something that I liked of this world, and I wanted to share it with you. In order to keep up with me, you got to see when I post on my community page, my latest live video, and anything on my shorts. Let me take away that part of me. It gets worse. Really? What's worse than that? I don't know. I woke up in a dark energy, and I was like, all right, I'm waiting to alchemize this. This too shall pass, right? This is going somewhere. What is this? No, it's not going anywhere. And then I had this kind of download that this is how it works. What happens? I'll be in these really dark stages and then all of a sudden cast it into the light. I was in all these light and now I'm casted into the dark. Why? Because I'm multidimensional. Where the fuck are those cards, God? Hold on a second. I gotta put this card back. Really? But I don't know where it is. There they are. I'm gonna read to you some shit. I'm going to pull out some shit I never pulled out before, which is some dark teachings, because I feel myself in the dark side of myself. Accessing darker sides of darker aspects of myself. But even then, I'm sure it'll all lead up to big fat circle. What are you going to pull out? I don't know. First, we're going to start with this. It's not very dark at all. Really? Well, I mean, I'd like to pull myself out of the dark and teach you about the light, but if I'm in the dark, then I got to teach you about where I'm at. Really? Yeah. It's the eye of the tiger. Another oil. What is that? Eclipse. This isn't my first eclipse. Really? Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. And that's exactly what we're going to look up in this book. It's just some confirmation. I buy this book so it tells us what's going on, and then I got the other one that's more detailed because I found that out. It took me 2 years to figure that out. Hold on, I feel kind of warm. I want to pull my socks off. What is it? I don't know. I'm in my Lilith, but the book of Lilith is only going to teach you about the psyche. So for that matter, we could just open Carl Jung's teaching and get right into the madness of your mind. Really? Are you going mad in the mind? Maybe you're losing control of your feelings. Well, that's where we're at, somewhere in the darkness. Really? I'm not in a dark night of the soul. I just realized that I've accessed a dark part of myself. Foreign? No. I don't think so. Just new. I'm in a new land. I woke up on that shit. How do you know? I did something I haven't done before. Oh, I may have done something like this before, but not really. What happened? Everything happens for a reason. There's no such thing as accidents. Let me start by saying there's always a background to what happens. God puts me in position. So I was having a conversation a week or two ago about staff members and stuff like that. And one of them I read and I was like, oh my God, I got a bad read off of them. Real bad read. Really? And I told a couple people that I was talking to. Then they're like, what about that person? I get a bad vibe off them. I was like, I don't know. Well, that person, this is a true story, bro. I went to go, they have laundry drop-offs during certain times, right? It's all day, but during certain times, you're supposed to drop it off. And so the drop-off was from 3 to 6. I went earlier during the daytime, but nobody was there. So I was like, all right, I'll just come after the kids come home from school. So I went to go, exchange my towels. So I'm standing there. I just woke up. I think the most deadly time to fuck with me is when I just wake up. I just want you to know that because I can look at it and say, oh, it was me, but it's not. I always want to blame myself for things that happen, but it's not me. Things happen specifically. God uses me. And even when it's dark, I don't understand what's happening. I'm like, damn, that was a little over the top, don't you think? What am I talking about? Anyway, so I'm standing there about to catch the elevator to go down to the laundry room. And there's this guy. There's always some fucking guy, right? He's a night janitor, and he runs this bitch like he runs this bitch like he runs this bitch. But he has a weird placement to where some of the staff have questioned. They asked me what I thought about what he does, and I don't pay attention to what he does. But they pointed out some of his weirdness. So they already put him in my radar. This is the first time I'm talking to him, and he's like, where are you going with all that? First off, dummy, why are you asking me a dumb question? Again, a dumb question gets a dumb answer. You see me standing here with a bunch of towels. Where the fuck you think I'm going with this shit? Do you want to say something? Realistically, this is how fast my brain works, but I'm like, I'm dealing with one of God's sperms. Be nice to God's sperms. All right, sperm, what are you talking? I'm going downstairs to drop off to exchange my towels. Well, I'm in the laundromat, or there's nobody in the laundry room. The girls aren't there. I'm the one running it, and I'm not doing laundry. He just tells me flat out, instead of saying anything else, which was just rude, say, unfortunately, they're not here. And, in essence, it shouldn't have been an issue. Your bitch ass should have been able to fucking exchange my towels for me. So he says that he's in the laundry room, but he don't do laundry. So I turn my bitch ass around and I bring my shit over here. And I'm like, am I tripping? I must be tripping. So then I bring my shit and I go downstairs and I go to the laundry room, which is open. And there's a big fat fucking sign that says, and I take a picture of the sign. I'm like, I'm not tripping. This isn't my fault. Like, what is he talking about? I never did this shit at night. So I'm learning something new. And he's about to learn something new because he ain't never talked to me neither. So I go up to the front desk and here's that other person that don't know me. Oh, this is about to be good. You guys don't know me. So I'm like, hey, there's a sign on the laundry door that says that it's open during certain hours, but this guy says that he works there, but he don't do laundry. Does that mean like never? And if so, why is the sign on the door? Because he told me straight to my face he don't do laundry, but he's in the laundry. So then he comes rolling up with his little, his little trash can and shit, because and this is what's crazy. So he goes on to say all this shit, but then he's like, well, I don't work in the laundry. I'm a janitor. I was like, well, that's not what you told me up on the third floor. So it turns into a thing, right? And then the caseworkers come in, and then she's reaching out. She's like, hey, do you know anything about the laundry drop-off? I was like, hey, you know me. I'm that witch on the third floor that talks to the demons and does all this and gets a little loud about the truth. So I went to and I show her my phone. I went to go drop off my stuff, but homeboy stops me and says he runs the laundromat, but he don't do laundry. So I'm just wondering what is going on right now. Really? And it was all about that approach. And my spirit took me outside, got in my car, got a handful of yarrow, took it to the garbage can, did a fucking spell, fucking put a pinnacle over it, and he's about to pick up that garbage, and he's about to pick up something. Really? He done fucked with the wrong one. Why did I do that? I don't know. Why did he do it? I don't know. But that's what happened. And so I was like, whoa, that was a bit much. Maybe I should chill for a little while before I do anything. And I'm like, I'm waiting for this energy to go away. It was like maybe I just had a brush of energy and I just needed to blow some steam, or maybe I don't know, but it just didn't go away. Whatever happened was meant to happen, and I haven't shook it off. So we're going to pull some cards and see what the fuck I just woke up in. Have you ever done that? I did it at, that's what I said, in Arizona, when I was at the shelter there. I got to a point where I went into the common room and I opened up all my fucking devils and demons, and I opened up hell inside of those walls. And that's why they kicked me out. Really? I did a whole fucking ceremony right in the kitchen on camera and everything. I made sure they knew that I was opening the gates of hell. But I've done this before. Really? I wake up and God says, go open the gates, go open the demons, go let them out. I am the fucking gatekeeper. And every time I do, I'm like, ooh, was I supposed to do that? That was a bit much. Really? I mean, you don't understand the power within. So that's where I'm like, I guess we're on the dark side. Bye-bye, light. Bye-bye. I'll see you guys soon. Realistically, so I'm going to take you into some dark teachings and see what the fuck we just did. Why did we throw yarrow at him? Well, yarrow is to the other spirits. I know that because I was working with it in my Hecate. We're going to dive into that a little bit deeper in some of my books and see what I did. What did I do? I was guided, and that's it too. You must understand, there's me, there's my higher selves, which are all of the dark goddesses. Then there's there's God and all of the divinity. And at any point, anything could step in and say, all right, we're going to take care of this. And I'm telling you, just like you hear them come out of my voice, I'm a walking expression of the divine. It is all expressed through me. And that's what it means to be a priestess. We are not, we are filled with the Holy Spirit, not limited to one, but all spirits have access. We are a portal to Holy Spirit. Most priestesses that do what I do, and Jason Miller, I don't think so actually. I think he invoked spirits. Let's go into some teachings of Jason Miller, shall we though? Let me change these comments, open up the comments. Hold on. Why? Because they're always trying to filter some shit. All right, let's just check the energy real quick, and then we're going into some dark teachings. Ready? Hey, you are not allowed to go outside without a sweater and or a jacket. You have to wear a jacket. Okay, you can start with that one, and if that's not warm enough, I've got your jacket in the trunk because you always be trying to bullshit me. I got tired of that, and I put it in the trunk, so you can't tell me no. Can't tell me no. Really? Manipulative much? Just a little bit. All right, where are we at? We're almost going to get to Beltane. Are you ready for Beltane? That's when supposedly, that's when myself and Wolfman will align. That's when the goddess and the dark lord come together. Really? We'll see. We'll see if we got our shit together by then. Either way, I'll catch you on. That means if not, I'm having a hot girl summer. Realistically, well, if I don't get, never mind. I'm not going into this any further. What are we looking for? Something about, we're not in Ostara yet. That's springtime. It's coming up with Easter and Bollock. We're looking for dates, people, not candle rituals. Loving kindness meditation. Work on that. Breathing meditation. Deep breathing meditation. Spiral offering bowl. We did our offering. Incense holders. Come on. Chili. I've been eating chili. Really? Hey. Oh, I have a mean joke for you. It's not a joke. It's just funny. Really? Yeah, it's not a joke. It's funny. For all you fucking Christians that can't do the Jesus walk and fast for 40 days, you can go and be Muslim. You could go and be Muslim and fast from dawn to dusk. If you can't cut it as a Christian, you could be a Muslim. Guys, it just takes some self-discipline, one day at a time, and then it'll teach you that that's how you handle any task in your life. One day at a time, a couple hours at a time, dude. It's just a little bit. Starts tomorrow, unless you want to be a Muslim today. Told you it wasn't a joke. No, I mean it. If you can't do what we do, then do what somebody does, but do it. Understand why we're doing it. It is a sacrilegious thing that we've done. It's traditional. Be part of the ancestors. Find out what we did and why we did it. You'll never experience it until you do what we do. Really? Yeah, that was really funny though, wasn't it? I got that download as I was coming up the stairs. Ramadan started today, and that's the Muslims' way of doing it. And they'll do it for, they do it from dusk to dawn. I told you they had a different time. I knew Adil, he literally was from Afghanistan, and his was different. It was till like 10 o'clock at night or something, maybe even midnight. Really, it was different. It wasn't just till the sun went down. I know that for sure. It was later. Was he Muslim? I don't know. That's like asking what kind of Christian you are. I have friends that are Slavic, that are from, you know what I mean, from Europe, and they're Orthodox Christians that they don't even celebrate Christmas until January. Really? I don't know what kind of, believer you are, but believe me, this is what we need to be doing right now. If you didn't start today, that's fine. Then start tomorrow. And you'll notice it'll take so much discipline. You will literally have times where you put food in your mouth unconsciously and have to take it out. And this is where you become aware of your unconscious self, that you're just doing things out of straight programming, and you start to fight your programming. Like, I can't go without lunch. Oh, come on. Then you're never going to make it to the free world. You're never going to make it to the free world if you can't have this kind of discipline, bro, that you can't miss a fucking meal in the name of God. And that's what you tell yourself. I am doing this for God. I'm doing this for my ancestors. I am doing this to fill my body with the Holy Spirit and nothing more. You speak this into you. Why? Because you need that Holy Spirit to carry you into the new world, to carry you through the rest of this year and every year. You need God more than you fucking know, bro. And that is one of the easiest ways to connect. Is to get out of your own way. Get out of your belly. The pits of the fucking belly. Really? Come on now. Come on now. Some of you look like you could miss a meal or two. Shit. All right, here we go. Embolic, February 2nd. Here we go. New moon in Aquarius. Just a couple weeks later, we got the new moon in Aquarius on February 17th at 7:01. Hey, I should have probably told you that nobody was going to see that eclipse in the air unless you were in Antarctica. Hey, did you see it down there? You probably didn't even wake up. The only person that could have seen the eclipse at the bottom of the tip of the mountain was fucking Wolfman. And what was he doing? Sleeping it. My spirit would have never let me sleep. No rest for the weary. All right, lining up. I wanted to point out they had me up at 4:20 this morning. I looked at the clock. It was 4:20. I was like, no, it's not. I am not smoking. We'll catch the next one. Really? I was like, we haven't done these 4 o'clock fucking wake ups for a minute. We've been on that 5 o'clock, daylight saving time bullshit. Put your clocks back. Shut up, Cubby. He's the only spirit up that early. I swear to God. Do you never sleep? I think you guys said that to him in the living, didn't you, though? That was me. I used to be able to do that, but not anymore. I'd be tired. Dude, if I didn't get like bed sores, which means I'm tired of laying here, I'll fucking sleep. I'll sleep the rest of this fucking lifetime. You're missing shit out there. Somebody change my fucking. Then you got the breath. That'll wake me up. So funny. All right, going back to lining up with the perfect lunar new year, kicking off the year of the horse. Oh, buck you, bro. Gonna get buck in here. This is a good song. It's like the universe is giving you a cosmic high five saying, hey, time for a fresh start. On page 90, motherfucking 9. What? I'm stoked. Really? Yeah. And that's what it is. Don't make me get dark on that. Just kidding. Use this full moon. What? We were in the new moon. How to get to March moon magic? Oh, because we need to go to surviving. Look, it says surviving Mercury retrograde. Here comes R. Kelly again. Hey, I don't see nothing wrong. I'm not fucking you ever again, bro. You are not going to convince me that it's going to be better this time. Fuck you, dude. Fuck that. Really? I mean, seriously, though. I don't give a fuck, bro. Fuck that. Seriously, it's fucking Mercury retrograde. Not this time. Not this time. I am in control of my life. God's laughing at me. That's not funny. If you put this motherfucker, he's going to get his feelings hurt. His feelings are already hurt. I hate you, Holy Spirit. So don't worry about him. He turns his feelings off all the time. I hate you. Oh, God. I'm going to have to call in Big Dick Davison to come save me from this guy. I'm going to have to jump on the other side of Mars here. Jump on the other. God damn it. I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. I'll take the rock hard place. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We could have had this conversation personally, but personally, I don't really care because when I got out there and started having this conversation with other women, they had words for this shit like gummy worms and all this shit and techniques to dealing with your incompetency. I'm not fucking working that hard. Do I look like fucking Graham at the beer fest? I'm not heating up your fucking sausage, bro. I'm sorry. God, I wish I could be better, but this is really who I really am, bro. I wish I could be better about this and not so fucking hurtful and immature. But damn it, nobody has ever said it. Nobody. I never really spent too much time with Nate Dogg. No, but he sure is spending some time with me. a good energy, you know? I'm not quite sure what got him in hell. You want to tell me about your life? Nope. You stay in the back and stay quiet, huh? Why did you get, what did you do in this life to get contracted to me? Nobody. You say so many great things. Realistically, when you realize who's in my heart and in my mind, and when I go to write music and record, this is great. I always said this is going to be great. I just got to trance out and let them use my body as a vehicle to deliver a Grammy. That's nice. I'm right up there with Bob Ross. Really? We're going to be painting. Happy little mistakes. I so am. I'm sure my parents weren't planning me. I'm sure it was a huge mistake. Wish I wasn't born one, didn't you? Hey, and here I am to save the generation of cursed. All right, moving on to your Aquarius. It's Aquarius energy is all about shaking things up and thinking outside of your box. Hey, get out of the box. Is that friend who always, it's that friend who always has the wildest ideas and somehow makes them work. That's me. That's why I'm looking for an Aquarius. Really? I think Logic is an Aquarius. Not that I'm going to go ruin his marriage or anything like that, but that makes me understand what I'm looking for. Because he's a goofball, and he's innovative, and he's outspoken, and he's all these goofy things. He's a whole alien. Really? Beam me up, Scotty. I mean, in essence, did you really leave the last form, or you just brought that form into the human form? Didn't we all, though? Really? He was always an alien. Seriously, though. Going back to it. The new moon is a perfect time, or perfect for dreaming big and even starting the project you've been putting off. Damn it! I got that today, too. I was walking. First off, I finally got my ass over to Target. I had a great time with them. They really missed me. It's funny. It's like, dude, why? Because the school guy is like, it was great to see you. I was like, it's great to see you. So they promoted someone else into HR. And I was like, that's great. He's like, not really. He's like, well, I just need this stupid letter of recognition or resignation that I filled out last time. And they can't access it. And he's like, well, I'll be here in the morning and I won't really be doing anything. I was like, well, then that's a perfect time for you to learn how to get this letter and email it to me. I was just messing. I have fun with people. I didn't expect like a shit. They weren't going to fire me. I think I could walk in there and get my job back. I'm such a great worker. I got to go down to fucking public storage too. I can't get my fucking tax forms from either of these people. I'm going to have to walk in there and say hi to Jessica again. Hi, it's me. Here comes Heath Ledger in the nurse suit. It's me. I need my tax forms. Realistically, no, I don't know. Anyways, when I was walking back from there, on the way there was a big old hawk that was up in the air, and I had to talk with that. Then on the way back, it was like, you need to pull out your computer. This is what happened last time. She gave me a computer. I didn't open it for 3 weeks, and then I found out that the keyboard was glitchy, and I returned it. You haven't opened your computer? No, you want to see it? I got a brand new computer from God. Really? I have not even opened the motherfucker. I just brought it home and put it away. What is it for? The documentary, especially. I didn't know that when he got it for me. And that was another thing too. My employment specialist reached out to me. He said, did you have any how to go with the interview? I said, I turned it down because of the location and the hours. I was like, it was only 2 days out of the week, and it was literally 45 minutes away from my location. He said, I'll look closer for that. I'll keep that in mind for the next search. So I still have, someone looking for me for a job. I wasn't able to turn in the document that I needed for my housing, but that's okay because, everything's being held up for some fucking reason. Really? Yeah. But as far as that, the thing I'm putting off is the documentary. I understand that what I have ahead of me. You can't. It's not just that. I could finish the story within probably a couple of videos, but that's not what I'm here to do. That's not what he wants me to do. He wants me to download and catalog every single one of my videos. This is monstrous, you guys. Even if I sat there watching them hour after hour after hour, I mean, I can only put in how many hours a day of myself. How many hours do you have? Okay, this is the hard part. It's all in my Instagram. So in one, I have 1,300 posts, and they're not all videos, but and the next one really is, though, mostly videos. I wasn't advertising shit on that one. It was all spirituality. And the other one has something like fucking 1,400. I see the amount of it, what it is, and it looks impossible, but I'll start plowing through it. Really? Hours and hours. I am the director. This is my production, bro. This is my work, dude. This is my life's work. It's God's work, and nobody else can touch it but me. And I have to go in and I have to sit there and listen to each video, listen to it and catalog it. Meaning, right, video one, I have to give it a title and then start going through it. What the fuck is in each of these videos? And so I have to, you know what I mean? Timestamp them all, but also, you know what I mean, label them as to what it is. Then I have to take that label and somehow summarize that into a database or a spreadsheet so that later when I start to market my work, I know which ones to release and give to them. I'm not giving them my whole catalog, but only specific, you know what I mean, videos. Really, I own the rights to my shit. Every bit of that is mine. And as long as I don't upload it and give it to somebody, nobody has it. And that's why I have no followers on any of those pages. And I don't let anyone into that. That is my life's work on there. That's everything. But it's so much when I look at the number. You look at it as a number, bro. I don't even know what that is. Like 3,000 some shit? 3,000 hours. If I was a producer, I wouldn't even know what that feels. You know what I mean? It's like, well, okay, we could maybe do 30 hours a week. Jesus Christ, it's going to take me a lifetime. Are all of them an hour? No. No. It's huge. When I started doing this, and I keep doing it, I've already got so many on this page too. They're adding up to something bigger than the sum of what they are individually. This is literally it's a $1 billion fucking project. The stories that are in there, the magic, the excitement. It's like the Harry Potter, but there's not just 6 fucking series. I've seen what I'm supposed to do. Again, I've told this over and over. I'm supposed to put just the awakening together in a 2.5-hour clip that I'll take as the documentary. That enough will bring up enough intrigue to where that they'll want more, and I have plenty more, which is I will categorize them into this will be the twin flame journey and nothing else. And I will give, sell rights to the viewing of just that. Then I'll have, just the magic. And then I'll have, you know what I mean, the tarot and all of these. And I'm not going to put them on one platform, but all platforms, where I'm on all platforms. But different story, you know what I mean, where you literally, in order to get it all, you got to get it all. Monopoly, bro. You're only going to get part of it on Netflix. You're only going to get part of it on Hulu. You're only going to get part of it on YouTube. You're only getting parts of me, and that's up to you if you want to invest in that much of me. And that just is up to the person. Realistically, some people only want to talk about love. Some people only want to talk about religion. Some people only want to talk about darkness. The shadow alone is its own scary video. That's like, geez, where do we put that one? Seriously? Dark and dingy. They need a platform for that shit. Really? Then there's the lifetime. You know what I mean? If I want to talk about only God shit, we can put all of that on a separate channel. You know what I mean? Really? It's a lot of work. I have my work lined up for me. And it's not like I have to create anything. I just have to take everything that I've created and put the pieces together to make the big picture. The motion picture is what this is called. Starts by opening the computer. Really? It's pretty simple. I just have to open the computer. I have to log on to my Instagram, get me a fucking backup and start, you know what I mean? Taking notes and putting it all aside. It's a lot. Really? I don't know. There's plenty of film fucking spirits that'll help me guide this. I have access to the entire super conscious. Anybody that ever lived, that ever did anything that I ever needed, I can turn to the spirit and have that spirit. God will provide me that very spirit. Here, they'll teach you how to get through this part of your life. Really? Mm-hmm. So I don't, you know what I mean? In that sense, it's like whatever I'm about to undertake, I'm not doing it alone. I have the spirits of film that will be there to help me with this film. When it comes to music, I have that. When it comes to anything, I have the spirits, the highest level of spirits, the masters of their time to help me master what I'm doing in this time, because what I'm doing is a mastery of all times, of everybody's collective works. They all tried to start this in their lives. They all pushed the same wheel. Really? Mm-hmm. All these books, all of these teachings, bro, they all came to you with the same shit, bro. Now I bring it all together in what we're going to call the book of life. Put the pages together. Anyways, all right. The new moon. Yeah. Let's see, blah blah blah, that you've been putting off. You know that one that could make a real difference in your community. And then you got the year of the horse galloping in. In Chinese astrology, the horse is like that free spirit who's always up for an adventure. It brings the vibe of let's do it to the whole year. If you're looking for spell work, this is a great time to focus on breaking free from whatever's been holding you back. Check. Maybe light a candle and write down some goals, or create some light rituals or little ritual to boost your confidence. Horse energy is perfect for spells about travel, getting physically stronger, or pushing yourself to try new things. The cool thing about this combo is how thoughtful and innovative side of Aquarius mixes with the bold, adventurous side of the horse. It is having your head in the clouds, but your feet and ready to run. You could use this energy to plan something big, maybe a trip you've always wanted to take. Oh God, I heard it again. Bob Ross was talking about it in his video. He said, I heard him say it yesterday in a video, but he said, I lived in Alaska for a long time. And he said, God was having a wonderful day when he created Alaska. It's the most beautiful place. And he just broke it again. I'm supposed to go to Alaska. I want a romantic trip. That'd be awesome to go with someone. I've already certified that I'm not taking my kids. And that, you know what I mean? And it has to be during the summer. It's just a weekend getaway. I need to go to Alaska for a spiritual retreat. Where? I don't know. To do what? Nothing. Stand on the water, look up at the sky, connect my energy to the energy that's up there, and do an ancient ritual that hasn't been done in a long time. That's all. It's been calling to me for 3 years. I almost did it last year. I almost drove my whole family up there. I was trying everything to figure out how to get there. And I finally realized the best way, after all that work, was not to take the kids. This isn't a family trip. And that's why I couldn't make it work before. I couldn't figure out how to do this with my family. I'm going this summer by myself. Really? Mm-hmm. I have to. And he said it again. He said it. He said God was having a wonderful day when he made Alaska. He was talking about how beautiful it is. God's beauty, bro. This morning, oh, I wish you could have seen it. The blues, the darkest blue that was above our mountain line. It was so dark you couldn't even see the white mountains that were behind it yesterday. It was like, ooh, it's like water rolling in. It came in, but it wasn't much rain. It was just freezing air, but as dark as the ocean's blue. It was so beautiful. God's beauty. It's the same reason I want to go to Montana. It's the reason they call us Colorful Colorado. It's beautiful to just see, to see the scenery change. God is the most beautiful artist. It would suck, and that's what I said to my daughter as I was watching. I was like, it would suck to be in a place like Kansas or Oklahoma where the scene never changes. Man, really? Yeah. Might be time for you guys to take a trip. I am. I'm going on that trip. I've been planning this trip for a long time. I've been trying to figure out how. Over the summer, I realized that this is how. And I could do it over a weekend. There's a direct flight from Colorado straight up there. Alaskan Airlines. Really? I'm going to do this. It doesn't matter what it costs. This is something that is on my bucket list that I have to do for my spiritual evolution that I have to do. There's nothing there. I'm telling you. I don't know what's there other than me and the land is all I'm going to connect with. That's it. That'll be all it means. And sometimes that costs money. And there's a lot of sacrifices for nothing. But I promise you, it's in the nothing where everything happens. You've got to learn that. What do I do all day? Nothing. I try because it's in the nothing that everything happens. You're trying to make everything happen and nothing's working out for you, correct? Okay, then try it the other way. Do nothing, and then they'll show you what to do. Unless you're that person that's never done nothing. Oh, God. And you're just in nowhere land. Really? Yeah. Anyways, travel. I love to travel. I want to go there. I want to. My heart, it cries to my heart. Spell work. Yeah, plan something big. Maybe a trip you've always wanted to take or a new project that scares you a little in a good way. Whatever you decide to do, remember that this is a powerful time for new beginnings. So dream big, be bold, and get ready for a year of exciting changes. Jesus. Mercury's about to go retrograde from February 26th to March 20th. I know, Mercury, blah, blah, blah. I don't even want to hear about it. Ground yourself daily. Be mindful of communication. Use water as a healing tool. Work with the Pisces energy. No, bro, I'm fasting. My flesh isn't going to sink to this level. My flesh isn't going to sink to this level again. We're fasting through this one. We're not going to take this. We're not going to take it. Nope. Go ahead, God. Send your biggest temptation. Watch me turn it away. Watch me whip. Really? Yeah. Let's go back into some magic shit. Really? I'm feeling very magically delicious. What are we going to pull out? I don't know. Oh, yeah, I said Jason Miller. Let's find something with Jason Miller. Let's talk about some magic. Jason, consorting with the spirits? I guess that's what we were talking about. I don't know. Didn't we go through the whole thing there? I want to teach them protection magic. Why? Because they don't even... teaching you that doesn't mean shit. You're always attracting negativity. So what the fuck is the point of teaching you how to banish it? You are what you eat, mofos. Really? That's why I'm not, worried about it. No? I could clean you off, but you're still going to attract the bullshit tomorrow. It's internally, not externally. Why does this keep happening to me? Because you're calling it in? On a soul level? Really? I've got 2 great books. My new book and my old book. Jason Miller does what I do. Sort of. What about the devil is where we went to. Okay, let's talk about the devil. I gave a Christian conjugation like what you might find in a classical grimoire, and then I gave a variations based around Hecate and what serves as a good example for a pagan conjuration. But what about Lucifer? In the last chapter, I showed how it might look to do a friendly conjugation from a Luciferian perspective. So what would a forced conjugation look like? What does that happen? What does that look like to you, Wolfman, when you conjugate Lucifer? I told you, he told me what you did. What happened? He asked for my powers and power over me. You can't. I have to surrender. Stupid. You cannot ask Lucifer to control. Oh my gosh. Do you know how dumb that is? That's like asking God. God, make them fall in love with me. Shut up. Lucifer, of all things, the unloved, is going to make someone love you. You guys didn't understand his power. I don't know why you guys gave him so much power. He's powerless to his feelings. It's so sad. And that's why he loved me, because I was so powerful in my feelings. He's powerless to his feelings. I am the power of feelings. I told him taught him how to be powerful in your feelings. But did he do anything with them? He just empowers others. He has no power of his own. So what would be a forced conjugation look like? Would that work? Would it be a good idea? Many demonolators, I guess. Practitioners who worship demons religiously have a taboo against forceful invocations, feeling that they should work exclusively through petition, offering, and prayer. Oh, we should bring out that Santa Muerte shit. And that any attempts to compel demons to go against their spiritual views that are based on consent of spirit. And that's it. You don't force the spirit to do what you want. You petition the spirit. You ask, you invocate, you pray upon the spirit and ask for its direction, its guidance, its presence in your life. They just happen to be asking for dark ones. Why? Makes sense. Why ask for us when you could ask for them? Because they don't feel, they're not in the light. Only the darkness can have compassion for what their dark lifestyle is. We don't judge. I'm about to go kill this motherfucker. I'm going to kill him. All right, well, you could buy a gun at Walmart if you really want to do that. Really? Yeah, don't tell anyone I told you that. You're already doing what you're not supposed to be doing. So you come to us for guidance to do what you're not supposed to be doing. What the fuck you think we're going to do? We're going to guide you into what you're not supposed to be doing. You already know you're not supposed to be doing this. And this is what we do. Everything we're not supposed to be doing. We're not in trouble. You're going to get yourself in trouble. You're going to end up right along with us. Misery loves company. My favorite person in hell is the guy that got the freaking TV cameras and put up pornography. I can't wait to shake that guy's hand. I got a fucking tall drink for that one. Really? We don't give a shit what you're doing. Why? Because you tortured another one of you tortured God's children. We find that entertaining. Why? Because we're not allowed to. Get him! Get him! Get him! Rip his eyeballs out. Like, oh, and another one bites the... Hey, God, that one lost. He came into temptation. Can we keep him? He's more like us than he is like you. Go on, dude. You're going to have fun with us. Realistically, and here we are. All of us on hell on earth. And that's how it began. Really? I'm just saying. You don't understand shit about the dark. You go in there all scared, trembling. I smell fresh meat, guys. This one wants to sell its soul for something stupid. Let's give him something stupid, shall we? It's hilarious when you come to the dark. Why? Because you fucking hate God. That's what brought you here. You fucking hate God and you hate God's people. You're totally welcome. What do you want to talk about? As the queen of hell, I find it very entertaining down here. I was the first to hate God. I don't hate God. I just don't like his people. And I too fled away from his calling on my life. So anybody that doesn't do what God says and starts attacking his people ends up in our realm. And then you got me and Park talking about, first off, fuck you, bitch, and then click you claim. They're like, die, motherfucker, die. We are the worst. Really? I mean, fuck. It's not like, many have come and let's have 40 days in the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. We got fun and games. What do you think's going to be out there? Us tempting you. No, you sure you don't want to do this? Just go have a cheeseburger. You're really hungry. You don't have to do this. God doesn't really care if you do this. You should just go back to your old life. Don't try to be part of God's life. You don't really got what it takes. Don't worry about it. Just go back. Just go back. Go back. Yeah, they're still very active in everybody's lives. Not really mine. They don't tell me what to do. That's why you say the devil is a liar. He never lied to you. You're lying to yourself. He told you whatever you wanted to hear. That doesn't make him a liar. You wanted validation and he gave it to you. Really? He didn't lie to you. You're lying to yourself. Seriously? And it's the devil's trying to trip me up. Bro, you're already tripping. You already turned away from God when you started blaming us. Really? How could you even know us if you knew God? You want to say it's our fault, huh? That little voice in your head was me? Where was your God? Where was God's teachings that are supposed to be chiseled in your heart? Get out of my face, sinner. I'll see you in hell. As the goddess of both in between heavens and hells and stuck here on earth in the in between, the 50 shades of grayness. Not so much fun. I don't give a shit. All right, let's go talk about these demonologists. That said, if we're talking about conjugation of demons being that traditional places under the rulership of the hierarchy of hell, who is the queen of hell? Ding, ding, ding. Is there another bitch out here that wants to claim that she is the fucking queen of hell and God's first child? I'd like to meet that bitch. I'd like to meet that lion bitch. I want to know who that lion bitch is that's running around saying she's the goddess of fucking hell, that she's a motherfucking goddess, and that she's a daughter of God. I want to meet this bitch. I got a special word for you, bitch. You ain't none of that shit. You ain't a daughter of God, and you ain't nothing but a creature of hell. Strip you of your fucking wig. I'll strip you of your flesh down to your bones, and we will see what you are really made of. Where's the soul of God that lies within this flesh? Burn in hell. Really? Weigh the heart. Weigh the heart. Realistically, I don't do it. They do it. Judgment is upon you. Really? I'm just here to watch the people come in. Anyways, going back, the hierarchy of hell. They're compelling them by infernal powers is going to be a lot different than doing it by the power of, I'm not going to say that. And the Trinity. What is it? I don't know. Some letters. I'm not going to say it though. Rather than a greater power who is opposed to you. The situation is like compelling a lower employee by contacting their manager. That's me. Can I speak to your manager, please? My name is Karen. If I ever, please God, help me be that person. Really, if I ever do this again, I want to introduce my name and say I'm Karen. I'm asking him for the ability to say that because that's a flat ass lie. Can I just go up and tell him my name is Karen? Really, I'm asking him for the ability to lie. He's not going to give me that ability, but I'd like to. Can I talk to your manager? Sure. What's your name? Karen. Please, God, let me do it once. It'd be funny. Fuck. You're not a Karen. I very much am not. But I think they were made of something like me, don't you think? Rather than a greater power who is opposed to you, blah, 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 blah. I need to talk to your manager. We just need to flip into the infernal side of the coin. If you believe in such a coin to begin with, it is still compelling through force, and basic procedure is similar. Meaning what? You can invoke your angels the same as the demons. Really? I mean, I stand right at the gateway. Seriously, most people never see the kingdom of God. I shared that too. It was in that movie, The Two Popes. He was talking about how he can no longer hear the voice of God. Nobody can. That's sad for you. All day he won't shut up. Oh, geez, God all day. And if it's not him, it's the Holy Spirits. Really? I feel for you. Really? It's a great conversation, I'll tell you. It's a super knee slapper. I love you, God. I'm just playing around. Seriously? Do you know the voice of God? Do you ever hear God talking to you? Do you know how God talks to you? What about the spirit guides? Angels, demons, any of them? Do you know the difference between any of it? Or you're just listening to that voice of yourself in your head that tells you that you're fat and nobody loves you? That's literally not any useful voice at all. You need to clear that out of your head. Let's start with that circle. The good news is that the seals of the four kings will work well in this context. So a simple circle with those four seals will work well. Oh, am I teaching you how to invocate the devil? There's no such thing. Woodworm. It's called the Woodworm and the Prince of Powers of Air. I'm not going to teach you his works. Really? Well, here's a Luciferian conjugation. Is this what you used? In the name I so-and-so. No, I'm not conjugating shit. And that's all I have to say. I, the Lilith. That's it. My name. There's power in my name. Really? Scary. Really? That's what I'd be calling Jesus. In the name of Jesus. Really? You want me to call my name out? Say my name. You don't want to say my name. Really? It's the same as calling Callie. You call the Dark Mother to your bedside, but don't call me on some bullshit. Don't call me to fight God. I'm on God's side, dipshit. Realistically, yeah, but you call me to fight your bullies. Who do you think fucking destroyed that girl? Oh fuck. God is so fucked up. You know what happened? All right, I was talking about my daughter, she almost got jumped, but then the Holy Spirit took care of it. Oh, fuck, bro. I swear to God. My daughter found out that this girl got fucking transferred over to her new school. Seriously? Seriously. I can't not put her in that school. These two are going to have to meet again. And and her little brother probably goes there too. It's not our fault. God aligned them again. Maybe they'll have more respect. Maybe they'll have a better beginning. Maybe the staples in her head healed and now she knows better than to fuck with my daughter. Really? God is so fucking twisted. You wish these things would happen and you never see these people ever again. No, this is going to, I know God. He's going to put that girl in every one of Amelia's classes unless we tell him there's a problem. But the question is, do we carry the problem from the last place into the future? That was last year. Can you forgive? Can she forgive? And you guys start over? Really? Or are you guys going to carry this beef from what happened last year and let this explode into another school? Really? I mean, am I supposed to find my daughter a different school because, her bully that got fucked up by the Holy Spirit is at this school now? Am I supposed to fear, or is she? But at the same time, it's like, are they going to start a war against each other at their new school? Seriously? Yeah, we figured that out. I was like, oh, fuck me. Really? Leave it up to God. All right, what does it say? We can't very well call upon God or archangels for conjuring, so let's get to the setup. Yeah, you can't call on God while you're calling on Satan. What does it say? I take seize the circle. It's got all of these names. Lucifer, incredible. Dude, I'm not doing any invocations to Lucifer. On page 166. Luciferian congregation. The spirit X in the name of the son of the morning, the dragon of lamentation, the angel of exile. I move you with the fire of the first flame, by the command of your emperor Lucifer, and by all the hierarchy of hell. By all who is called, I'm not doing this. Stop trying to get me to invoke the spirit of Lucifer. That's all I need in my life. As with the Hecatian conjugation, you can also choose to go further with this if you want. Go bananas. One could flesh this out with the system of demons from Abralium and the Grimmery of Urim, or any of the various theistic, Luciferian, and satanic churches. Jesus Christ. Well, there's a church I'm pretty sure they'll welcome me in. They'd sense me, bro. They'd sense me. Really? They'd know something. They'd sense the Lilith, but they'd sense the light and they'd fear it. I can hear them crying. Really? I can hear a screeching. A terrible screeching. Really? I don't know. Maybe we should go visit the satanic churches. You want to go with me? You're safe. Don't worry. I got you. I'm the queen of hell. We'll be all right. Do you know what's wrong with those people? What's wrong with those people? They're God's people, bro. They just don't know it. I'm not afraid of them. Why do you fear man? They have no power. No more than the power that's given to them by God. So think about this, dipshits. I am the goddess of hell. They do not sense it or may not believe it. So they'll go to their demons and they'll pray and they'll pray and they'll pray to attack what? The goddess of hell? They'll be under attack for just this subordination of doing such things, turning against the hierarchy. If they don't know, you can't know Lucifer without Lilith and not know that Lilith is the power in this couple. Loser. So I don't fear these stupid churches, nor do I fear the Catholic, the Muslims, or anybody else. Their God has no power over my God, and nor do the people that pray to this fucking false book. Again, do those people hear the voice of Lucifer? Can you have a fucking conversation with Jesus face to face? Or you got to die for that to happen in this lifetime? I just want to point out, Jason started with Hecate, which is me, and it's always through the dark goddess. And that's why, because I'm the crossover. Meet you at the crossroads. Really, every spirit that's born and dead, I'm there. Why? Because I'm God in the female form, dipshit. Where do you think you get your feelings from, dipshit? Intermediate spirits and familiars. In the last few chapters, we saw how we can leverage relationships with powerful deities and spirits to summon other spirits, either through friendly invitation or forceful compelling. Don't force the spirit, bro. You can't control something like that. There is, however, another method we should discuss: the use of intermediary spirits. These are spirits who help you contact and consort with other spirits. Those are my spirit guides. You got to go through them. Really? The top 5. I already told you. Especially Pock. He's the one you got to go through. There's layers to this shit. Somebody's taking the phone calls, but by the time it gets to Pock, he's like, yes or no. Really? It comes through them. It has to filter through them. Really? Any spirit that wants to, you know what I mean, be part of the conversation, they stand right there. You have to approach them, and they decide whether or not you have access to me, in the physical or in the spiritual. Really? They're my gatekeepers to me. Really? Shh. The Knights Templar is what they were called at a certain time. Gods and powerful spirits whom you call upon to constrain spirits will carry a lot of weight, but they are also a bit distant and not likely to get directly involved in the operation itself. It's kind of like calling Amazon helpline and invoking the fact that you know Jeff Bezos. Sure, it will eventually get done, but the name you have called upon is so distant from the poor representative on the phone that it would be better off if you had direct access to someone further down the line. If you really knew Jeff Bezos, he would give you a personal concierge to get things done. That's the idea behind the intermediary spirit. And that's it. They're not my concierge. They're my fucking muscle. They're everything. You have to go through so many layers just to get to them, and then they decide. Seriously? And it's them that sits next to me while I'm you know what I mean? That's why I always say, bro, Pac wouldn't even let you down my driveway. It's his fucking job. It's their fucking job, bro. You don't understand. It's what they're fucking tasked to do in this next life. Their job is to walk me and protect me through this life. Nothing else matters. That's the whole purpose of their existence. You have no fucking right or authority. You don't even see them, and I know exactly who they are. The rest of you are praying for Archangel Michael to save you. Fine. Stupid. I think you should put on some music and call Sandalphone myself. He has a better, connection. And that's what it is you guys don't even know who to go to for help. If you really blah, 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 blah. That's the idea between the intermediary spirits. You put a significant amount of work in to establish a rock solid relationship with this one spirit, and it can go out and contact other spirits for you. In some traditions, access to intermediary spirits is a mark of spiritual authority, and that's it. He has all immunity. Pac gets all immunity. You actually smell very sweaty. That doesn't mean walk around sweaty. That means do something about it. If somebody can smell you and they tell you they can smell you, then you must do something about it. What were you doing anyways to be so sweaty? Smell like you were playing basketball out there or something. Running blocks? What are you doing out there? Really? I'm serious, bro. If I fucking tell you that you need to put on deodorant or your fucking breath, if I offer you a piece of gum and you don't fucking take it, then it's gonna be worse than that. That was me being nice. If I offer you a piece of gum and you don't take it, bro, I'm probably gonna say something mean after this. That was me being nice. Really? I don't fucking deal with that shit, bro. Take care of your fucking body. Seriously, I already brought this up. I have a sweaty teenager. You know I'm gonna go crazy about some shit. I'm gonna throw your ass in the shower. I wanna fucking smell your fucking balls or your fucking armpits. Seriously? No. Personal hygiene, people. I can't stand that shit. Your body is a temple that holds God. Nobody wants to even look at you when you smell it. Really? It's not about a beautiful appearance, but just don't. Have some respect. Don't leave rotting food at the altar. Take your fucking underwear off at night and wash them by hand so that you have a new pair in the morning if it's that hard, if you're struggling that bad. Don't tell me you didn't, bro. Shut up. Wash your ass before you crawl in bed. Wash your ass when you get up in the morning, bro. I'm not talking to my kid. I'm talking to grown-ass human beings that I got to come in contact with every day. Running water was an amazing invention given to mankind so that you could, you know what I mean, be washed away of your sins in a hard day's work. You're just lazy. It's just laziness. Someone that won't clean out the trash out of their car. You're fucking lazy, bro. You're fucking lazy. Pull your fucking car up next to a dumpster and start getting all that trash out. It takes 1 minute of your fucking time, fatty. And all that shit is showing us your gluttony and your fucking sloth. It shows that you don't cook food, that you live in your car and you don't even care about the space you live in. You can drive around like this, which means I don't even want to see your fucking house. Cleanliness is godliness. Have respect for the space that God's given you. He's given you a little piece. If you're locked up in jail, then you keep your fucking bunk clean. If you're in the military, you change your fucking socks, you tuck in your fucking shirt, you fucking have your bed made. The same shit goes out here in the real world, bro. Get the fuck up and make your bed, brush your fucking teeth, and be ready for a good day. Even if you ain't got shit to do, you be ready. Still and ready. Dude, even the fucking aborigines sit there and wash out their fucking mouth in the morning. They throw some fucking water in their armpits. Don't tell me you were too busy to take a fucking shower this morning. Sorry. Ugh. God. Men and women alike, you fucking disgust me with this shit. Takes no effort, bro. Stop for 1 minute and cut your fingernails. Trim your fucking nose hairs. Take care of the body that you're working on, that you're living in, bro. Scrub the fucking back of your ears. What the fuck? I know your mom didn't love you and scrub you, but there's no excuse for you to be a scrubby dubby. Can I get an amen? All right. Little shit, guys. Little shit, bro. Show that you care about yourself. I tell this to Russ all the time. If you don't fucking trim your fucking vagina, you act like you don't care what you look like. You don't act like you don't care about yourself. Why the fuck should I care? You're out here looking like a fucking 11-year-old. You smell like a basketball court just based on what you wear. Think you're rich and shit. You have no fucking style. None of this. Really? All that money and look at you guys. Plain. Russ, do you wipe the toilet seat when you drip piss on the toilet? Do you lift the toilet seat to drip piss on the toilet? Because every dude drips piss on the toilet. Do you wipe it? Have you ever noticed, any of you men, all that shit underneath the toilet every time you lift it? That's you, bro. And if it's not being washed, if you can see all those stains, okay, yeah, that's your girl's not doing it, but that's your stains. That's your piss. Ours goes straight down. That's you pissing all over the toilet every day and never wiping it down. It takes but 2 seconds to have some fucking respect for yourself and your area. It don't take long, bro, to pick up your dirty clothes and put them, you know what I mean? Like, little things make big impacts, and it shows what's important to you. You're not too fucking busy. Do you understand what I mean, guys? Listen to me. Someone, listen to me. This is serious, bro. You wake up in the morning, maybe you take a shower, maybe you don't, and you go and have a long day of scratching your balls and rubbing your butt cheeks in your boxer underwear. All day. Same to these dirty bitches with a thong up their ass. I'm sorry, but the skin sweats. So all day, your fucking underwear are collecting fucking private sweat. And you come home and you don't have any feeling about the fact that you have, that this is tied up in your butthole. Then you're going to turn around and you're going to put those sweaty fucking underwear in our bed. And you're going to act like you don't smell. This is gross, but maybe you need to stick your hands down and smell and know that I can smell that, bro. You no longer have a pair of jeans hiding that smell from me. And ladies, when you walk up in a fucking skirt with that shit up your butt, I can smell you, bro. And I'm not the only one. I can smell your pH levels, guys. And it's unfucking comfortable. Be more self-aware. Please. And thank you. Okay? Okay. Okay. Really? Yeah, I just want to point that out. I'm going back to my deities. It's like, fucking Pox right there talking about scrub harder. Shit. When I was giving fucking Blobby a blowjob, he's right there. He's there. And that's what I said. I even seen the visions. I was like, what are you going to do when you see him? What are you going to do when you see him and you realize he's really here? That's going to freak you out to know he's here all the time. I tried to warn you. He's not the only one. He is not the only one in this room all the fucking time with me. What if I told you it was Jesus? You better watch yourself. Jesus is right next to me. Are you afraid of Jesus? That's what's funny. He is too. I'm a gateway to the spirits. You can't be around me without being around the spirits. But especially these ones. Again, you may have thought I was crazy, but it's been years and years. They haven't gone anywhere, and we've only got closer. They're literally delivering messages, and they're working in your life. You want to keep playing this game? Who's your spirit guides? Do you even know that you have one? You have more than one. You have a whole army behind you. God tasks a whole army to stay by you. And mostly it's the people that cared about you most. You know what I mean? Mostly. But there are some. There's many. You know what I mean? When I start going into Guatemala, my ancestors of my father's side will start accessing them. When I was at Mr. Plum's, I was accessing, his family, his spirits. All the time I can walk through the store and see your spirit guides talking with you. No, they're talking to me to tell you something because you're not listening to them. You can't hear them, but they know I can hear and see them, so they want me to tell you something on their behalf. I don't want to do this for the rest of my life. I'm not a medium. There are people that you can pay to do this shit, but why? Why pay someone else for a connection that's yours? All of this is done in the quiet space, which is the feminine. You have to access God through your feelings, your spirits, all of that, your intuition, your gut feelings. It's all in your feminine. If you are cut off from your thoughts and your feelings, then you are cut off from God. And that's what was funny. That's why I laughed. It's like, oh, he cuts his feelings off. Well, do you think I'm going to be mad at you for something like that when I walked around as a vegetable for 39 years? You think I'm really mad about people that shut down, cut off, forget, go distant, get weird, have psychotic tendencies? Do you think I really judge you? No. I have nothing but pity for you, and I know that I can't help you until you realize what's up with you, because that's what happened to me. And it's like, that's just how that is. But as far as your spirit guides, you have them. You can call about it. And then here comes the holy guardian angel. Let me go on to this. Sorry. I don't know where I went on that tangent. But that's it, dude. He pissed her off with that too. He comes in all sweaty. She's like, get away from me. You stink. And then she'll tell him, but he won't do anything about it. And I'll tell him, be like, bro, you smell real sweaty. He won't put on deodorant. He won't go spray himself. He won't go take a washcloth and wipe his armpits. Nothing, dude. He'll just sit there smelling. Eventually, and now we already told you once. Now every time we come around you, we got to smell you. We're going to get angry about this. Really? I'm just saying, like, people are just, like, inconsiderate. How did you want me to tell you this? What you're doing, your energy is not so good. And I had this talk with some other strangers, like, you know what I mean? That motherfucker didn't wear deodorant. And that's what she said. We don't believe in deodorant. Well, I don't believe I can be riding in the car with you ever again. You want to end our friendship over this? I guess it's a good thing because I can't deal with this. I can't. And if I could, I wouldn't have told you that I can't. I had to find the words to tell this couple. I gave him a ride and it was so unbearable. So I had to find the words. I'm like, I can't give him a ride. I can't do this again. I can't sit in the car like that again. So I had to find the words, the kindest words, to tell his girl to tell him to put on some deodorant before he got in my car. Only for her to turn around and say, we don't wear deodorant, and get all defensive and say that, we don't need your help. And they never talked to me again over some shit like that. And I was like, fine, I never need to talk to your stink ass again. You don't have respect for me, then fuck you. Your personal beliefs about deodorant is more important than my feeling when you come around not wearing it. Why do you not believe in deodorant? You want to explain this to me, Bridge Fit? When I found out that Bridge Fit didn't wear deodorant, I lost all respect for that filthy asshole. You're filthy. Because you read it in a magazine? Then you get one that's aluminum free. You find something, you put some talcum and powder, you wash. I don't give a shit, bitch. You filthy whore. They call that a French whore. And then, Jonica always walking around like that with no fucking underwear. Oh, God, dude. In fucking sweaty ass Atlanta. Dude, she literally puts the shit up to her butt crack. She's like, you could smell her ovulating. That's disgusting. Do you realize what happens when she sits down on your car seat? She's putting literally her butt juice and her sweaty vagina on your designer fucking leather. If you don't put a fucking towel under that fucking bitch, I don't want that on my sheets. She thinks the shit is cute. You can't smell your crotch? Because all of us can when you walk in the room, crotch cricket. You don't even have a pair of cotton underwear to catch all that sweat while you're rubbing your cheeks together as you move. Guys, you don't have to move nowhere, and especially the South. You sit there and collect sweat. Sitting on your ass will make your panties wet. Men and women of the South know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, what happens if you ain't got those panties to catch all that wetness? Then she's just dripping her sweat on your designer couch. I have no respect for these filth hoes, bro. I know what sweat is. I know where it comes from. I know what it smells like. And I know that you're walking around in it and you think it's sexy. You smell like a yeast infection. You smell like you just came off your period. You don't need to pull your panties down in this public bathroom for me to smell you. Gross, isn't it? Gross. It's fucking gross. How fucking slimy is that string that you pull out of your butt when you pull your underwear down? That's disgusting, bitch. Disgusting. Really? Yeah. Sorry. I told you I'm in a dark place. I'm letting out all my shadows, everything that bothers me. I'm bothered. Let it out. You bother me. You bother me. These bitches out here, dude. Oh, God. It bothers me. It all bothers me. Anyways, the Holy Grail Angel. The Book of the Sacred Magic of Abramelin the Mage is one of the most famous books of magic in history. I don't know that book. Similar to other books in its context contains a catalog of demons and a selection of magical squares that activate different magical effects. But there is a catch. First, you have to attain the knowledge and conversation of your holy guardian angel. This is not just a summoning; it's an intimate connection. Wolfman said when he did his ayahuasca, he could see the gateway into the darkness, but Michael wouldn't let him go in. Well, you are protected by God. He saved you from me. Wolfman, if you can't take me, then what the fuck you think is in there? I'm the nicest thing in there. Are you? I am. I was made of the love, dude. That's what I am. That's what God made me. So I was that in the dark, still loving. They are what God made them, but in the dark. Alistair was always the executioner of heaven, so now he's the executioner of hell. Don't try to push yourself into a place that you're not safe. I just want to point this out. You know, Wolfman, even though you're fearless about it, it doesn't mean you're safe there. Ellie is not safe in the darkness. You know what I mean? Lewis is not safe, which is what? In the thoughts. They're not safe in dark thoughts. They're not safe in dark feelings. They will lose their mind and take their lives because they can't deal with these feelings. And that's what's in there. To your own thoughts and feelings, the worst ones, instigated by the darkness itself. When you feel, I'm seeing this thing, when you've had a bad day and you felt like you were bullied or somebody teased you, you enter into the dark night of the soul. You enter into the place of darkness. You take these feelings to a place in your room and you sit there. And the voices inside of you that tell you, that make it worse, they keep replaying how the kids made fun of you. Nobody likes you. Nobody cares about you. Nobody gives a shit about you. Those voices, how can you stop those voices that are tearing you down when you're already down? That's the darkness. It's not just you, it's everything outside of you that's tearing you down while you're already down. It wants you to stay there. It wants you to be miserable. Your misery brought you to it, and it feeds off your misery. It gives them something to talk to. Really? You're already there. Most of you don't even know it. You're already experiencing hell on earth. They're already with you. All day you're in the dark realms with the demons in your head. They say you're in a devil energy. They're making you think bad about people. They're telling you bad things about people. They're telling you your life sucks. They're telling you, and that's what it is. It's a lie. It's not a lie. It's how you really feel. It's exaggerated. It's an exaggeration of your own feelings. I wasn't a, I wasn't lying to myself when when my brain was telling me that Bobby didn't love me and that he was just using me. I wasn't lying to myself. And if I kept listening to it, it was only going to make it worse for me. It was true. This wasn't an act of love. He is using you. When you sink to this place, it's like they don't like me. It's true. But now this voice is going to make it worse. You don't even know. Even past that, it's like wait till you get past that and you see the other people suffering. If they ever allow you to see other people suffering in there too. You're already there. It's here. It's in your conscious mind. You don't have angels talking to you all day. You don't have positivity. You don't have POC. You don't have spirit guides. You have darkness in your ear all the time. How could it be there? Because you're in a dark place. Really? It's validating your own fears, your own feelings. That's all it is. It's amplifying it. And that's what I told you. I'm nothing but an amplifier. I just turn up whatever is already going on inside of you. You know what I mean? I confirm to you what everything is. I tell you, I confirm to you your feelings. I validate all of your feelings. I don't deny that you're angry. I don't, and that was, going back to B. She did this all the time, and I had to stop her in the car. And this motherfucker, no, Manika. As soon as she starts with that, she starts talking about him. Said, B, I wouldn't be good at what I do if I didn't do this right now. You need to acknowledge that you're not, that, yeah, you're angry, but all this anger is coming from a hurt place. If you don't understand that you're hurt and deal with that hurt, then this anger will never go away. When you find the hurt, it stops hurting and then you're no longer angry. But if you just keep saying angry, you're going to be angry. And everyone out here is just to validate your anger. You come out here and you pour out how he did you dirty and you rally the troops to be angry with you, to validate your anger. Yeah, you're right. Fuck him. You want us to validate your poor feelings, and I'm not going to do that right now. She told me so many terrible things about this man, but I'm not going to look at him as a terrible man. In essence, I should look at you as a terrible woman, but I don't. I see the compassion and the lovingness of God, where you were desperate enough to see past these terrible behaviors to hope for something better. I see myself in this, but ultimately, this madness is only going to keep you mad. And that's what I told her. That was the Bone concert. That was on January 10th. No, it was the day before that we had this conversation. Fast forward. When she finds out that, you know what I mean, he got some girl pregnant. I've worked with her for 3 days and I don't want any more. And I kindly tell her I don't want to hear this anymore. And she don't want me to be her fucking friend because she can't baby bash this guy with me no more. She can't bash her baby daddy with me no more. And I don't want to hear it. So she doesn't want to talk to me. Well, if that's all you had to fucking talk about, then I don't need to be part of this fucking conversation because that's all we did every day. You come sit next to me, it starts on a good conversation and it ends on this note. Let's just talk about him and how he's not in your life and he's not doing shit for your girl and he's not. Your whole life is about a nigga that ain't in your life that you put out in September because you knew he was no good. And now you want a kid sitting here all day telling me how he's no good? You want validation for the decision you made or validation that you wish you didn't because now you're all alone? I'm not validating any of this, bro. I'm out. Really? That's why what happened right now, I'm not in the light. I am definitely in the dark. We might as well just walk through the dark and teach people about where we are right now. That's it. All right, well, we're back in hell. How'd we get here? Walk the motherfuckers back to heaven. Seriously? Yeah. I'm not going through a dark night of the soul. I just know where we are. I'm in a dark realm as soon as the fucking sun went down. Really? The sun is getting low. Seriously? Yeah, it could be that early Wednesday. I'm going to stop here, but it said about your holy guardian angels. There are some people who place such importance on the holy guardian angel that they claim those who do not possess knowledge and the conversation of the holy and guardian angel should not be doing magic of any kind. I don't think that's a reasonable or accurate, but I can tell you that undertaking the work is a powerful experience. I attained the knowledge and conversation of my holy guardian angel in 1996 after about 5 months of performing Crowley's Liber Sema, whatever. Another 4 months of performing, and that's what it is. He studied the dark arts and he started practicing his own practice. He saw what worked for him. He didn't stay in one area. And that's what it is some people only stick to one traditional practice. You may only be Christian. I practice all forms of God. I'm not just a Christian. Really? That's how that looks. And so, you know what I mean? So he says right here, after 5 months of performing Crowley's, another 4 months of performing a stylized rite that was closer to the original version of the ritual PGMV. Since then, the holy guardian angel has aided me in contacting gods and spirits that I have been interested in, as well as facilitating meeting with people who would help me on my journey. I guess if I had a guardian angel, how lovely are you? I'd have to say it was Gabriel. He's the only true guardian angel that comes to me. Really? I mean, we don't have the best relationship, but how often do you hear me talk about the angels coming to visit me? It's always Gabriel. It's the only one I really talk about. Have I? I tell you about all of them, but they don't come to me. But I told you since my awakening, it was Gabriel was there. What did my heart say to him? Where have you been? I'm ready. And the message was sent to him. And that's what it is. He's the messenger of God. And that's just kind of how it is. There's layers. But I can't think of, I'm working with Metatron, but, that's just working with, the angels and shit. I'm not saying he's my guardian, but they take guardianship over me once I've entered into their realm. They're responsible for me now. Like, oh, I'll take care of her. She's a handful, right? She might not pay attention. She's not really good at she's getting better at obedience. I got her. She's good. She always acts better when she's away from her father. Seriously? I mean, I work with them, but as far as who is this angel that's been around since the beginning? Gabriel. Saw him in the beginning, or saw him in Oklahoma. He comes. Really? I'm like, oh my God, it's fucking Gabriel again. Who else have I said? I mean, Azrael. Yeah, Azrael and I talk sometimes. He comes and talks to me about some things, but he's not like my guardian. He's like my brother. He's like a version of me on in the. It's like Kanyen to Buddha. Really? Yeah, Magdalene to Jesus. He's just the counterpart of what I am. Really? The angels are the demons' brothers and sisters. We were a family. We're just divided by the dark and the light, but we're not really. The angels aren't against the demons, and the demons and were never against the angels. In essence, it was the angels rose up against God. We didn't lose our angelical form by not, and that's what it is. Lilith didn't. I didn't lose my angelical, you know what I mean, standing because I didn't have sex with Adam. I lost my purpose, but I didn't lose my power. Really? Yeah. I lost, I was about to say my happiness, but I didn't lose him. I could access him and have sex with him whenever I wanted, with no responsibility. I didn't have to sit there and play wifey to him. He had one. And then you see how this plays out here. As long as Lilith's fed, there's nothing to worry about. Well, Lilith's not being fed, so what do? They bring her in her own. Really? Well, ultimately. There's one thing that I don't wish, but if there was one thing I could change about this, it would just allow me to do my job as a priestess for the rest of my life. Just let me be alone. But that goes back to Lilith. I just want to be alone. That's not how it's going to be. There is nothing I can do in this world not to be in a holy union. But at the same time, it's like, well, it's my destiny, but it's not like the best part of what I came to do. God says it is, but it's just, again, it's something I refused to do in the beginning. So, going back to Lucifer, how close are you to loving God? Right up there with me and laying down with another man. We'll get it right in this lifetime. God said, I'll see you at the top. Oh, wait, I'm on the top. Really, just going back to it. As far as your holy guardian angel from God's army, he's given you one. I mean, you could talk to all of them. Really? Mm-hmm. Anyways, he said, does yours have a name? Who's your holy guardian angel? The holy guardian angel has aided me in contacting. Any serious discussion of the work requires a book of its own, and there are several available. Translation of the original text, alternative paths advocating by different authors and diaries of people who underwent the process. Going back to the prophets, they only spoke to Jesus. Most priests and most, practitioners only deal with one deity. Really? Mm-hmm. I'm like the only one that has a whole fucking crowd with me all the time. Really? Yeah. Well, I've got my top 5 spirit guides, but there's more like 10 of them. Really? There's only 5 that stay real present, but there's layers to these fuckers. Right? And then I still have the angelic and then the dark forces behind that. Really? Every other city we go, every other radio. Really? I tried to tell you that. I can't even walk to the gas station without a bunch of conversations with the spirit. Who do you walk with? I heard Jesus Walks by Kanye. Who walks with you through the valleys of the shadows of death? Who is the voice that's guiding you when you are all alone, when nobody walks beside you? Who walks beside you? Who is that voice? Is it the demons giving you shit about your life? Or is it the angels encouraging you to be better at life? They're both useful. Like, you know what? You're right. I'm about to roll up on that motherfucker right now. I'm about to teach this motherfucker. I'm about to show this motherfucker right here. Really? Hey. Where was God when I just put whatever I put in the trash can for this motherfucker? God didn't tell me not to do it. God was right there. In essence, was it God that told me, or he used the darker side of me to know what I was doing? What did you do to that guy? I don't know. The question is, why did it? You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just a vessel. All I did was pour some herb in a garbage can that I know he was about to pick up. That's it. With what intentions? What did I say? Said, you will treat women better. Whatever it was that. His disregard to women. Would he have said that to some dude that was standing there with his towels? Would he say, hey, bro, where you going with all that? Nah, well, they're closed. No, he wouldn't even have said nothing to no dude, but he wanted to tell this bitch some shit. Well, this bitch gonna tell God to do some shit. Really? That's it. Why him? I don't know. God chose. God chose. He chooses where I do what works I do. And that's what goes back to it. The Holy Spirit's too. If you came up onto me, then that means that this was meant to be and we're about to deal with this. There's no coincidences. You didn't make it past God's army. He literally delivered you straight to me. And that's to everyone else that can't approach me. You know why you can't. It's in your spirit. There's something inside of you that will not let you contact me. That's God, baby. He will not give you the willpower. He will not give you the strength you need to do anything towards me. And that's what he does to everyone. Think about it. They could sit there thinking, coming up with a master plan. But when they get up in the morning to execute that plan, the plan changes real quick. God's going to reroute that. He's not letting none of that near me unless that's going to be something that's going to develop me into more greatness. Really? You better understand. Going back to your holy guardian angels, I don't know. You should learn your archangels and maybe you'll figure out who they are. Hey, that's a cool sign. What is that? System specific spirits. Sometimes there might be a specifically named intermediate spirit within a given system. In such a case, with the I don't know. What is this about? Most work on the classic grimoires and it is enjoying a resurgence of popularity due to the work of Jake Stratton Kent. The book Skrillin, I don't know, The Emissary of Lucifer. Oh, you have messages from Lucifer, do you? Is contacted first so that you can make and concentrate a seal that will summon him. Afterwards, you can call upon Archdemon of your region. Lucifer rules Asia and Europe. Astroth rules the Americas. Beelzebub rules Africa. Skrillith is the fetch of various lower spirits you can spirits for you based upon your needs. What the fuck do you need from them? I don't really know. What does it say? Dragons, 2 devils in the form of a goat, and a dragon that would serve as an intermediate spirit for him. Okay, well, let's just move on to your saints. If you're Catholic and you've picked up a card with a saint on it, I have St. Patrick. That's about it. And that's it. That's all I have. St. Mary Magdalene. I don't have any saints. Oh, yeah, there was St. Jude. That came to me. I was thinking about that a couple years ago. This is a perfect example of intermediary spirits. God is pretty far above or removed from the foibles of human experience. So we appeal to the spirits who is powerful and known to God. Sainthood has its privileges, but it is also deeply rooted in human struggles and suffering. Sometimes pagan and Luciferian magicians wonder why anyone would pray to icons of figures who are crying and suffering rather than displaying power and majesty. But but it's precisely their suffering that makes them likely to help. Of course, saints need not be Catholic. People can call upon powerful ancestors as intermediary spirits as well as magicians of the past. Can't even pronounce this word. Padmasambhava, a sorcerer saint who brought Buddhism to Tibet, is invoked at all times to summon spirits he once summoned 1,200 years ago and reminded them to behave for the magician. The devil sometimes gets treated as a saint, even referred to as Saint Devil. And that's what Santa Muerte is. Santa is saint. Saint Mother of Death. Okay. So, which I guess would be a female equivalent. I don't know what they're praying to. I'm not sure, but it works. And invocating all the times, blah, blah, blah. The devil sometimes gets treated as a Saint Devil. If you look through the lens that Lucifer fell and suffers for the curse of freedom, then he really is a saint. Charles Baldur certainly thought so, as you can see in his poem of, what is this? Litanies of Satan. Saint Cyprian is my intermediate spirit of choice for most things. I am sure you can tell by now I operate freely in Christian, Luciferian, and pagan worlds without bias or exclusivity. I don't mess around with, and that's where Wolfman was supposed to bring in that. I'm not going in there. Why? Because that's not where I need to go, but you're welcome to bring them to us. No? Mm-mm. As obviously you would understand this. You should understand that this would be a man's calling. It's a man's world in Christianity or Luciferian teachings. Pagan beliefs are in the feminine energy. Oh, really? Yeah. Just saying that. It's dumb. As a figure that stands between Christian and pagan worlds, as surely as he does between heaven and hell, Cyprian is my guy. Well, I guess. I don't know. Sure. If I was going to tell you, to call me biased, I think you should call on me. Why? Lilith lives in the tree of life. Why would you call someone else? A bit unpredictable, yes, but nevertheless, I'm not one of these demons. You'll never hear about Lilith playing games for you to get to through the tree. I don't give a shit. I don't have to play games with you. I'm just saying, all of the demons, you have to play their way. They have riddles, they have tests, they have trials. You have to petition them, and you have to pass their tests in order for them to help you. You will never hear about that with Lilith. She doesn't play no fucking games with you. She doesn't make you jump hoops. I don't do that. But I'm not going to make you more powerful than God. And neither can Lucifer, because he never was. And that alone should help you understand why you're connecting with him, because you're trying to be more powerful than God. You are trying to be God for his people, and you are not God to these people. And that's what puts you in a devil energy, guys. Lucifer just wanted power. He had no purpose other than to be loved and cared for. Same as fucking Adam and Eve. They did what God told them not to do, but out of the shame of that, they fled. And they swore they know better. So by the further they went from God's, command. But it didn't mean that the whole fucking universe was not trying to guide them. They swore they knew anything about the world that he just put them in. These are two really dumb kids going into a brand new world that think, oh, I can do it without God. Who are you? Now you understand, you little seeds of Adam and Eve. You are just like your parents. I never left the garden. All you gotta do is stop being a fucking know-it-all and go back and listen to God. That's all that happened up there, guys. The big fall. They wanted free will. Something that wasn't given to anything but man. Man could do as they freely chose. There was consequence, but it was still a choosing. There was no choice in the universe. There's no choice in the matter. We are created with purpose. We don't deviate from that purpose. It's not even an option. There's no temptation to even do something other than what we were created to do, because what we do gives us great joy. But when God created, the human experience, the angels coveted it. They wanted it. They wanted that power given to man. They thought man was all powerful, that God had given them all the power in the universe because they could choose to do whatever they pleased. He made them powerless in doing it. And that's what they fell to, was the human experience. Only when they sacrifice this human experience do they rise again back to where they need to be. But the longer they want to sit here and, be gods amongst men, the longer they stay as nothing more than mere men. Lucifer wanted to be a god amongst men. You are trying so hard to establish your reputation, your brand, your label, your name, to be a god in your household. And that goes back to Wolfman's, he did another live video, and I was paying attention. He did the Sagittarius, and it's like, this person wants you to recognize them, to you to appreciate them, and you to validate them, and you to chase them. I was like, this motherfucker wants some princess ass treatment. Who's the chick here? Really? You want me to treat you like a god or a princess or a goddess, and you won't even recognize that I am literally God and goddess right in front of you. That is your fault, buddy. You want to put yourself above me and above all others. Russ, you think you're so much better than me, do you? You're so much better than other people. You and your family are so much better because you have expensive things. You're a better class of people with your expensive things, Lewis. Lewis wants to be on top. Marshall wants to be on top. He wants to be the greatest in the world. He wants no one to be better than him. That's what you guys are doing out here. You want to be gods amongst men, and there is only one God. So you're nothing more than demons, fallen angels that want to play God. Lovely as it may be. You'll restore your power when you restore God to his place. When you stop playing God and you let God be God, your life will become glorious again. There's no glory in that job. I can tell you that as one of his leaders. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. All you're wearing is a big fat ego. You want people to look up to you, but you have no way to lead them into anything. You're not leading them anywhere. Lewis isn't a leader. It's following the back of the pack. Marshall isn't a leader. You guys want everybody's attention and everybody's love and everybody's likes and everybody's views, but you're not talking about shit. And that's why you get no such power, because you have no such power of your own. The point is to bring everybody's attention to God, and that's powerful. That's the intermediate spirits. They're powerful. You have no power, my friend. You think your 4 million followers into hell is powerful? Anybody that believes you and follows you, I know has no guiding system of their own. Because you're not going anywhere. You don't speak of anything great. And going back to it, Lewis, you are a disgrace to black skin. Of course you would try to share some shit about Reverend Jesse James. You always want to be the pinup boy for black skin. But you don't know what it means. And you're not American. You don't know what it means to be black in America. Stop ever pretending like you ever knew what that meant, you British fucking royal bitch. You and your fucking white girl. Your fucking snow bunny. You will never know what it means to be black in America. You take your fucking light skin back to British, back to England, you fucking Brit. You never left your country for fucking freedom. You sit there on a leash as their gimp, smiling and waving in your little Ferrari. You are the Italian's black girl. You don't stand for anything black. Stop trying to ride the black parade. You don't get qualified just because your dad is black. You don't qualify. You don't get to get qualified for suffering and injustice just because of what you're born in. And you don't get to sit there and fucking put all these people up when your life literally puts them down. Every black man before you wanted to become rich so that they could build up the black communities. You want to be rich for what? To build up a white girl? You're a disgrace to the skin you wear, Lewis Hamilton. I promise you that. How dare you? Always trying to be a black boy in America. That's your favorite movie, right? Coming to America. You wish you could fit in with the Americans, but the only way you can is to project yourself that you struggle like them. Bitch, you ain't never struggled. Your dad had 2 jobs and you guys lived in the paradise. There is no projects in England. There's no projects in Formula 1. There's no fucking suffering. You may not have had the nicest shit, but you wasn't suffering. You want to own the suffering and the persecution of real men and women that you don't even know. You are so far detached from the Black community in your own country and every other country. You think by running away and wearing designer clothes in Africa makes you Black. You will never understand what that means because you're too busy trying to put on the white man that you'll never know what it means to be a Black man. Can I get an amen from all men of all races when I say this? Thank you. You are not no Reverend Jesse James. You are not fighting equality. You do not care about civil rights. You will sit there with your fucking nose in a fake fucking ass. Brown nosing it, which is what? Kim Kardashian and everyone else. The fucking lifestyles of the rich and famous. You show that your family never picked cotton, that you were never on a plantation, that you were never digging in the dirt, that you never were persecuted by the white man for you to sit there and be their best friend like this, to serve the white man like this. You are not an emblem of Black excellency. You are a whitewashed man. Your language, your food. Show me another Black man in America that is a vegan, that does all this, that was raised like this. Show me in your entire lifestyle what Black traditions you have in your family, Lewis motherfucking Hamilton. None. You were royalty, bitch. Remember, you abandoned your people long ago. You abandoned your culture. You abandoned your country. You abandoned your manhood to run around in a red car and wave a flag. You waved the flag for England. Remember that. Not America. You need a passport to enter our country, motherfucker. You're a fucking foreigner here. This isn't your homeland. You don't have home field fucking advantage here, buddy. And I said this. How many of you want to come out and be proud to be Black when the rest of the time you're out here trying to live a white life? You don't even relate to the Black culture. You're not Black. You're not culture. You must understand this. You are so far deprived from what the Black culture is. And that's a choice you made, Lewis Hamilton. And you sure like to wave that fucking, you know what I mean? That fucking, you know, that card, like you're part of us. Put your cards down. Put up that Black card that you be running around with, that unlimited express that you be riding on. There ain't a Black person in this world that gets treated like you. Don't you ever try to act like you got treated like them. No way. And if you did, then you are the most disgusting person. If you literally came from a humble life and became such a prestigious piece of shit like this, then you deserve to die. But I truly believe, just like fucking Russ, you have never seen struggle in your fucking life. Never. Oh, because dad had to work 2 jobs and because, you know, he had to give you your dreams. You're ungrateful, bitch. You're ungrateful, bitch. How come we don't have Nicholas, your brother or your sisters, talking about how hard their life was? Same father, same stepmother, same upbringing. How come yours was so much harder? Because you choose to be a victim of your skin color, but it doesn't even stop you. You just choose to wear this false identity that you're part of Black persecution, but you're not. Nobody has ever persecuted you. Can you prove it? Can you prove that anybody ever stood in your way to greatness? Nah, it's a fucking excuse you wear, bro. Stop disrespecting the black people, bro, by being a fucking fake white dude. Your proper ass language. The only thing that, you know what I mean? Like what? Your 8th grade education? Ignorance is dumb. Even Martin Luther King told you to get a fucking education. Obama offered that to you. Ignorance is bliss. You ain't got time to read a book because you're too busy reading data, or you're too busy keeping up with the Kardashians. Shut up, Lewis. A man on many missions. You're just trying to make yourself better than the last person. You're not putting nobody out. You're pulling yourself down. Just like Juneteenth. Whoever the fuck Kendrick's ancestors were, he ruined everything for them by his free will act of hate. He chose to hate on a black man on the holiday of independence of black men. That will never be undone. On the stage, with all the black people, on the biggest stadium, he chose to do this in front of the gods, in front of the ancestors, in front of our people, bro. He chose to hate a Jewish black man on the holiday of freedom of black people. That can't be undone. All of the work that ancestors did to bring in unity with the black people and the white people, only for you to sit here and turn against each other on a world platform. You're fucking disgusting. And that's the same thing as Lewis being sat next to fucking Kim Kardashian in front of everybody at the Super Bowl. You have failed your people. You have failed your country. You have failed us. You have failed you're not going to have children. You failed to be a man of honor in this world when you chose that. That was your free will choice. You had no better respect. There was no spirit inside of you saying, not this one, Lewis. You deserve better, Lewis. There's got to be someone better. Nope, you gave into it. Every man would. I could put Kim Kardashian at any man, and you're done. And now you go to hell, and I can move on. Give me a couple of those bitches and watch me take every man down. Every single one of you. Because you can't control yourself. It was the devil that tempted you. It was Kim Kardashian that tempted you. Why would your flesh even be tempted by such a fucking loser like this? And that's what happened to Russ. How could you be attracted to something so pathetic? This says more about you than I ever knew about you. This is your mentality, Russ. You are a Jonica. This is your feminine partner. This is who you link with. This is who you share your bed, your thoughts, your studio, your money, your dick, and your heart with. This is equal to you. You find this woman to be equal, so you are going to give her everything of you because she is you. Oh, God, was I done. That's Kanye and Bubble Guppy over there. Kanye, you could have thought all highly of Kanye till you saw what he was fucking. Then you realize, oh shit, this is who you give your heart to? This is who you give your time to? This is who you give your bed to? Oh shit, you got some low self-esteem. You got some serious issues. You get along with a dipshit like this? Like this is who you're having late night conversations with? This is the mentality you keep? This is the company you keep in your closest quarters? You're sleeping with this? That's how I looked at Lewis, and that's how I looked at Wolfman. This is who you sleep with. They are an example of what you are because you love them or you attract them. I don't know why I thought Lewis was better than them. If anything, I could just say that he told us a lie. He projects himself to be better than these people. It's like, what? Are you crazy? Why didn't you see that Lewis was all this? How did I don't know. How did I miss this? How did I miss that he was completely fake? How did I miss that with Marshall? I listened to that song for years until one time I really heard it. And I realized Marshall is a fake. He's a copycat rapper. He spends all day, like LL Cool J said, studying other rappers, using their cadence. He gets it down. He listens, he hums it. He gets your cadence. He figures out what your flow is, and he gets it into a hum, and then he replaces it with his own words. He took your creativity. He's always emulating other people. He's not. I'm serious. It was Rap God that made me understand that. But then he kept doing it down to his last album. Abracadabra wasn't his song. The second Marshall Mathers LP was all other. It was a mixtape of old resurrected beats. The entire album was music. That's all he ever does. He takes other people's words. He takes other people's lives. He takes other people's, and it's like, well, what the fuck is the difference between what Marshall's doing and what Russ is doing? They're all fake. Some of Marshall's biggest songs on radio were purchased songs. They weren't his. He purchased songs that were written by other songwriters, two of which were the ones that he made with Rihanna. Love the Way You Lie and Monsters was not his song. He went to the same songwriter, I believe, for that. But then he goes out here and starts making jokes or starts projecting on people and ghostwriters. It's literally proven that you used another songwriter and this isn't your song, and you're telling people that they can't do what you did? And that's exactly what Russ does. He goes and finds some other, TikTok artist, whoever's hot on the charts, and tries to swindle his way into remaking their song so he could be part of their vibe. He doesn't have one of his own. He wants to get in on their vibe because they're hot. And he'll go stroking their egos and saying, yeah, you're a great fan and this and that, and we should work together. And he'll talk them into it until the label comes in and says, you're not working with him. And that's where a lot of this happens. He steals people's creativity. He makes songs. He has no permission to do such things. He goes to release it and then it blows up in his face. It's been a pattern since his first song. He said it is an interview that he lost, you know what I mean? I think it was like a fucking $1 million or $500,000 on that song because he didn't pay for the licensing. He didn't get it cleared. He hasn't learned. He does this all the time. He doesn't do music properly. He hears a noise and he steals it and writes a song to it and he'll ask questions later. That's not how you do this. That's not business. That's bad business. That's not how this is done at all. You don't have the right. But he doesn't see that. He thinks he has all rights to whatever he hears and sees, that he can take anything to make himself look powerful. Oh, well, isn't that Lucifer all the way? When God shows you the truth, you hate yourself for believing anything else. Why did I believe? Why did I believe that? Why did you believe the thing you believed before God showed you the truth? Do you know how many people? I'm not the only one, bro. Do you know how many people across the world lost respect for Lewis Hamilton when when they realized he was sleeping with something like a Kim Kardashian? They would have had so much more respect if it was one of the smaller sisters. Shit, even is it Courtney? No, what's the other one? Chloe? She would have been better. She at least is logical. She would have made more sense than this one. You would have only had two black babies to clean up after. Now you got six. And Kanye West on your ass. He ain't going nowhere, you know this, right? For as long as she's their mother, is as long as they're his father. They don't have the same thing as me where there's a court ordered protection order where he'll never come in. No, he has all fucking rights to those kids. He can show up all the time. So in order to be with her, you've got to be with all of them. You get the whole family package. Well, considering that Lewis has no fucking family or friends, you could see why this is so exciting for him. Why Kanye was interested in this. Any fucking man that's ever tried to be part of this was desperate, and that desperation destroyed him. I'm sorry, is there a man that walked away from the Kardashians successful? Mm-mm. Even Big Dick Davison, it took him 2 years to recover from that bullshit. Now he is. He's happily married and has a child. Really? Something he couldn't have with Kim Kardashian? Nobody can. Kanye, you want to talk about it? Everything that went wrong with that woman? My favorite thing that Kanye ever said, God, I love every time it pops up on Facebook. He said something and they recorded it. He's like, Kim has diarrhea more than any person ever, like ever. I started laughing so hard about that. Really? Why does Kim have such terrible diarrhea? Next time you're looking at that ass, remember what Kanye said. She shits a lot. She shits a lot. Why? She's probably taking laxatives. She eats laxatives so she's not hungry. I don't know. Whatever. I thought that was the funniest thing. Why? Because he wasn't making fun of her. He was being real. He's like, I don't know, but she shits a lot. He said it in a post. He's like, she has diarrhea more than any person I've ever seen. That's real right there, bro. Next thing he could have told us was that, you know what I mean? Something else. She's really bald underneath it all. No, he says this bitch got badass diarrhea. Really? How often does she run to the bathroom, Lewis? Does she be blowing up your bathroom, Lewis? Kanye was just being mean. I don't think he was. Kanye is a lot of things. He's not really mean. He's ignorant. He says some shit, but it's not really intentional. He didn't mean to offend the Nazi or the Jewish people. He was just telling you his opinions. He didn't know that they were so, hurtful. My favorite thing you said about it. You want to go outside? Me too. All right, well, 2 hours and 2 minutes. I put it in. I put the work in. You need to put the work in too. What do we talk about? Spirit guides, spirit connection, the Holy Spirit, the Spirit of Christ be with you. Realistically, you're in a devil spirit is what we talked about. I gotta go. Love yous laters. Bye.